after our kids had grown and moved out, we were really excited to choose where we wanted to go. And Phoenix was it. We wanted sunshine, no more gray skies, no more snow. And we were really, I've always been concerned with our health. We have lived in small condos, lot of single family homes, medium-sized condos. We've tried to find it, and it wasn't easy. But we've learned a lot along the way. A lot of times we moved because of jobs, but again, this time we got to move because we wanted to. And so trying to put all those pieces together, this home really ticked all the boxes.
You've got neighbors and you've got a garage and easy access in and out. And so, we missed that too. So, but didn't want to go back to single family home and all the responsibilities that kind of come with that, because it kind of then cuts into some of the recreation and leisure activities that we like to do. This feels like it was custom built. And I know it wasn't necessarily custom built, for us, but it was built with us in mind. We didn't know a ton about all the science behind a lot of the passive design, but like Chris said, a lot of it just correlates so well for us with as being health and wellness oriented our whole lives, both professionally and personally. It's passive wellness. They're a lot of overlapping things we were trying to accomplish in our lives anyways. And so with how much time you spend in your home, even here in the desert, it seemed to be checked a lot of boxes for us.
For me, the proximity to the park here was huge. I mean, I walk a 2-mile loop. It's half a mile to Granada Park, which is amazing. You look at Fiesta Peak, you go around to man-made lakes. It's nature all over, right off the canal path, so you never have to be walking in traffic to get there.
We use every square inch of this house, and I say that in super positive way, in that there's no I'm not sure what we do with that room. It would work great for a family, and it works great for us for when our family comes to visit. The space just flexes really well, when it's just Chris and I and Hazel. It feels intimate and comfortable, and yet when we have 3 kids here, it still feels the same. Everybody's got their space, and so you have easy spaces to kind of gather for food or entertainment. But if people want to go off and find some space on their own, it's easy to do that. The amount of storage for just stuff you don't use very often, it's got the right amount. And I think that's what people want to strive for. And this lifestyle kind of encourages you to be conscious of how much you're consuming and what that does to our environment, and that you don't need as much stuff as you think you need to live a really good life. So you just need the right stuff.
And a lot of bikes.
And a lot of bikes. Bikes aside, yes.
Yeah, we've always liked furniture.
Particularly Chris.
And coming from Minneapolis, that's the home of a lot of big furniture companies. And so that kind of fed into it, I think. But here, we wanted to have enough seating for when our 3 kids and their significant others were here, but we also wanted to feel good when just the 2 of us and Hazel, the dog. The dining table expands off the end, so we can put several more people at the table. And you walk in this kind of space and you don't feel like it's that big when there's no furniture in it. But this is one house, probably the only house we've ever had, where almost everything we visualized, we get in here and it measures bigger. I didn't think the sofa was going to fit, but there's plenty of space, and a big dining room table for the whole family to enjoy For 8 to 10 people, it fits fine.
The orientation of the house. Like, I'm not sure I fully appreciated like the thought that went into how the home is situated with how the sun rises and falls. And, from how it's facing into kind of the drive courtyard area versus the street, and then just how the windows were placed with the thought as to how that sun moves over the home. It's like, until you live here, it's like, that was pretty genius, because it does make a huge difference. As I think about how I go about the day, the day usually starts in the front. And part of that is because you take the dog out. But I think early in the day, we find ourselves, in the courtyard, or we find ourselves, on the deck area between the garage and the front. And I think then as the day moves on, we work from home, so we'll find times during the day to kind of sneak out the back door and spend some time sitting out on the back deck, relaxing, or having lunch or something like that. And then evenings, and there's parts of the day too, but I think evenings by 6 o'clock we're always up on the upper deck, because you get incredible sunsets from there. Hazel, though, she'll go wherever the sun is. She follows the sun. So she spends her mornings, first in front of the windows, and then she'll move up to this level. And by this time of the day, we get good sun coming through the back door. And she literally will like park herself right up against the back door.
This is just the perfect balance. It's our dream home.